What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, okay, can I not get run off the road by this truck? I'd appreciate it. Anyways, we're hopping right back into another video. Today I'm going to be installing my AutoTech internal upgraded high pressure fuel pump and the low pressure fuel pump. It's going to be a CTS 525 already in basket, drop-in ready. I'm going to be picking this up used from a follower that I have on Instagram. He said he was parting out, so I was like, all right, bet, hook it up. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna go get that installed. So let's get right into it. All right, so we're at the spot picking up the high pressure and low pressure fuel pump, and there's a lot of cats around here. Anyways, intake needs to come off first. Once the intake is off, we're just gonna follow the route over here to the high pressure fuel pump. You're gonna be removing this one. These are both triple squares. And then you're going to remove the bottom bolt and then this. Of course, you can take this out, doesn't matter what order. So this is the stock high pressure fuel pump with the upgraded AutoTech internals. Let's see if we see any difference. So the only difference I can actually see is going to be here, because this one is more right in the middle, it's sealed, and that one is gapped. Don't laugh, guys. This is ghetto as fuck. I know. But hey, it works, right? That's what I love about cars. Anyways, high pressure fuel pump is going in. Just got to torque it down. You got to make sure back here, see how there's a gap? Back here, I can put my finger. You got to make sure it is sealed all the way. I've been screwing it for a little while, so don't be afraid. I hate how the sun sets so early now, guys. Like, look at this light. But anyways, as you can see, there's no gap between the block and the high pressure fuel pump. Everything's torqued down. Don't forget anything like this bolt. All this is reconnected, good to go. Gonna put the intake back in, and then we're gonna work on the low pressure fuel pump. Got a little bit of an L, but I hate when I get the intake wire right here, whatever this thing is called, clamp, like past the grooves, because that was like really hard to get there without like the right tool. Let's pop the intake back in. This will forever be the weirdest thing. Check this out. We open it. Yep. Back seats. What? And then I shut the back door. What is that? So we're in the back of the other GTI that's parting out, and this is his low pressure fuel pump. We just popped it out there. Be very careful. All right. Back in the GTI. Let's pull out my low pressure fuel pump. All right, guys, working on the low pressure fuel pump. Right there at the top center of the screen, there's like a groove that sticks up. You can put this little, whatever you want right there, and then hit it with a mallet and you're good. So here it is, guys. This is the CTS 525 low pressure fuel pump. So let's compare the two. The one on the left is the stock one out of my car. One on the right is the CTS Hellcat one. As we can see with the Hellcat style one, the pump is so much bigger in the center. All the modules and whatnot that you have to basically put in yourself is a lot bigger for more pressure. It's the next day. Low pressure fuel pump is in. I do have to say the low pressure fuel pump was probably the sketchiest thing I've ever done, guys. Of course, you're playing right over gas. You got the fumes, you got all the dirt, because for whatever reason it's so dirty in this area. But as you guys can see right here, there is supposed to be a retainer clip that you literally push in with your thumb and you pull out the fuel line. Well, as you can see, in the middle of your screen, it's gone. I don't know, guys. I don't know why. I was at the shop and the guys pulled that line. They pulled the retaining clip out on the other GTI. So I was like, all right, I guess they've done this before, so let's do that. And I don't know why, but I did the same thing. I pulled the retainer clip out, and that was a mistake because I lost it in the car. I don't know if it broke or it fell in the fuel tank or I lost it. We looked in the fuel tank, we couldn't find anything, so I guess I lost it or it broke. Like when I pulled it out, it snapped and it like broke into like a million pieces or like 4 pieces. I can't find it, and it went into like one of these crevices. But we're gonna let it rock because one of the guys at the shop that I was at, they're just, I wasn't doing on the install for the most part, and They're like, you're not gonna make it home tonight if you can't find that clip. I was like, well, you guys are the experts. You know, I know I'm doing the install, but you know, what's up? Well, they zip tied that bad boy into place, and I think I'm just gonna let it rock like this. Now, I did go to Advanced Auto Parts, and I did try to find a like remedy to this. Apparently they make fuel retainer clips, and it literally, they were like marketed as replace the clip, not the whole entire fuel line. So I was like, all right, bet, let's do that. And the place that I work out, you know, the guys are a little bit mechanically inclined. They like to work on their own stuff like me. And we came in here, and I basically put one foot here and then one over here on the left. And I basically grabbed it and I tried to pull it, wouldn't pull out. So I was like, you know, I'm relatively strong. I work out, you know, so if I can't pull this out and I can't knock the zip tie loose, then apparently it's secured. So I'm going to give it like a little dab on both ends of like either JB Weld or like some super glue or something like that, just to make sure it's secure. But apparently it's super secure because I couldn't get it out, and we're just going to let it rock. I'm going to leave the back seats over here in the meantime, because there's nothing in the back of the hatch. I'm going to leave it over here in the meantime. You know, it's a coupe after all. Shouldn't really have back seats really, or the back seats are non-existent, but you guys get the point. I'm going to rock like this. I'm going to do the whole tuning process like this because I do have paper towels right there. So just in case, I can just reach back over here, you know, stop the car, plug it, put paper towels, and, you know, clean up the mess. Because realistically, you can just hold this fuel line in place as long as it's, you know, you got pressure, you're straight. Because there's so much pressure that it would literally blow out. Like, I tried to test it, and I turned the car on, let it idle, and it literally fucking, like, the line lifted up, and gas started spewing out of the seal because it wasn't, like, pressurized and secured. Gas started going everywhere. So sketchy, guys. I kind of wish I recorded it, because to see that was scary. You know, I thought we had a flood back here, and the cars that smelled like gas for forever, but we straight. Let it rock like this. I'm going to secure it with some JB Weld, some glue, and just in corners, so just in case I ever have to remove it, you can just like chip it away and free it. I'm going to do the whole tuning process with the back seats over here, so just in case it blows out, I'm able to, you know, clean up the mess. But once I'm done with the tuning process, I've done a bunch of pulls, like all the way to 8,000 RPM, and the fuel line still holds. If it still holds, basically going to clean all this up. I'm going to secure everything back in place and put the seat back and let it ride. Because at that point, like, if it withstand pulls, doesn't move for months, years, after it heats up, cools down so many times, I'm straight. But hey, just in case that doesn't happen, do me a favor, support the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Help me out with the algorithm. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next week. We do post weekly Wednesday uploads. I appreciate you. Peace.